Have you ever felt like food is always on your mind? You can be sitting at work thinking about what's in the fridge, or you just finished lunch and already planning dinner. Well, that's not lack of willpower. That constant chatter in your brain is called food noise. And if you're over 40, you might notice it's gotten louder. I know this personally. After working long hospital shifts, I come home exhausted, and food was the first thing on my mind. Not rest, not sleep, food. And I know I'm not alone. So today, I want to show you how and why food noise feels so loud in midlife, what role weight loss medications can play, and most importantly, give you 5 strategies you can use to finally quiet the chatter and feel in control again. Hey there, it's Coach Kisha here, and I'm a holistic nutrition weight loss coach, helping women over 40 lose weight and create a lifestyle that works for real life and everyday happenings. Before I lost over 130 pounds, food was my constant companion. I'd wake up thinking about breakfast before my feet hit the floor. I would eat snacks between seeing patients and end my nights with guilt and shame. And I would hear the same from women I talk to and coach every single week. They say things like, I can't stop thinking about food. Even when I'm not hungry, I crave something. Or they would say my medication helped at first, but the food noise came back. And if that sounds familiar, I want you to know that you are not failing or falling off your path. Food noise is not a character flaw, it's a mix of hormones, stress, and old patterns all colliding at once. So let's talk about why food noise happens. Number one, hormones. As estrogen and progesterone dip, hunger and cravings feel louder. Your metabolism also slows, and this makes you less active. You gain weight, and as you gain weight, your body thinks it needs more food. And as both of these actions begin to happen after 40, your hunger dial gets turned up from a level 3 to a level 7 overnight. And let's not forget about stress and cortisol. These two can increase during our midlife years as well, especially cortisol. And this causes more frequent food cravings for sugary and high fat foods. One client told me at the beginning of her journey that the constant thinking and food cravings were so loud that the only quiet moment in her day was when she was eating. And my response to her was that it wasn't hunger she was dealing with, it was stress. Now, for GLP-1 weight loss medications, these medicines help quiet our appetite signals, but they don't erase emotional cravings. I've had clients say the food noise came right back when my prescription was stopped or delayed and I just couldn't recover. Sometimes, food noise is a learned pattern. And this comes from years of associating food or tying food to love, celebration, or comfort. And during these years, your brain or your neural pathways have become constant road maps or built constant road maps that your brain and your mindset always follow. And they do it automatically. And unfortunately, these pathways don't just disappear when we want them to. We have to take the time and do the work to change our mind and our habits. So here's the shift I want you to make and take along with you today. Food noise doesn't mean failure. It's simply a signal, an invitation to pause, get curious, and respond differently. And let me give you 5 ways and tips to block out food noise that you can try this week. Number one, fuel with foundations. When you skip meals or rely on processed foods, cravings can spike dramatically. And a fresh tip is build your meals with protein, fiber, and healthy fats. And in my program, we call this our fresh plate method. A client once told me when I finally ate enough protein at lunch, her 3 p.m. snack attack disappeared and she began to see positive results for weight loss. Number two, rewire your mindset. Food noise often comes from thought loops like, I deserve this or I'll start Monday. And a fresh tip here, ask yourself first, what do I really need right now in this moment? Is it fuel? Is it rest? Or is it comfort? And I still do this after long, stressful hospital shifts. And 9 times out of 10, I didn't need food. I just needed a drink of water, a long hot shower, and some quiet time. Number three, elevate your habits and choose your meals with healthy habits and always keep them in mind. And make sure you make each meal deliciously interesting and intentional. A fresh tip here is have 3 to 4 go to meals for breakfast or lunch or dinner and make sure they are balanced and rotate them often so you don't get bored. One client told me once that she chose 3 healthy meals that she just kept the ingredients in her refrigerator and in her pantry at all times. Just doing this, it freed up so much brain space for her and it decreased the food noise because she knew she had created her own food fallback plan. And she also mentioned she didn't realize how much mental energy or food noise, the food noise and the cravings had been stealing from her. Number four, simplify your environment and create a healthy space. Put high fat and high calorie foods to the back of the cupboard or the refrigerator so they're not easily seen or easy to grab. If food is out of sight, food is out of mind. Fresh tip here, keep nourishing foods visible and on the front line so your first option can be a healthy and nourishing one and one that fights off food triggers. I've done this one myself, and when the chips and cookies are not in plain sight or plain view, I forget about them. Number five, honor your whole health. Cravings are often a cry for something else, whether it's for sleep, it's stress relief, or you just need a connection. A fresh tip here, use the 10-minute rule. And this is when you find yourself wanting something crunchy, sweet, or salty, stop, step away for 10 minutes and think. Drink a glass of water, or maybe stretch, or call a friend or a coach. And if you still want to satisfy that food craving after this 10-minute pause, be sure to watch your portion size, factor in extra calories, and eat it with intention. And maybe add 5 or 10 minutes of movement for the day. One client said doing this 10-minute pause when food cravings hit, it cut her late night grazing in half. And she was able to fit in her favorite colored dress again. And she had put that dress to the back of her closet years ago. These aren't just quick tips and strategies we just talked about. They're part of a bigger framework I teach inside my Fresh Start Holistic Weight Loss Program. And in this program, we walk step by step through strategies with support, accountability, and real coaching. So you're not figuring your weight loss journey all out by yourself. Now, but if you're not ready for a full program and if you're a reader, my book, The Wait is Over, is now available on our website and it is packed with tools, strategies, and real life client stories that you are able to implement right away. And you can get a jump start to your weight loss journey. And you can find the links to both of these offers in the program's description, or you can always visit amplehealthandwellness.com. So here's your takeaway for today: food noise doesn't define you, it's not a weakness, it's simply a signal. And you have the power to retrain your body, rewire your habits, and reclaim your peace with food. So start with just one of the fresh tips we talked about today and watch what happens when you take the first step. Well, that's all I have for this episode today. Once again, this has been Coach Keisha with Weight Talk Thursdays. Thank you for spending this time with me, and I'll see you next week for another real life, heart centered talk on weight loss and wellness after 40. Bye.